But this is going to be our last segment. Join with Jay, lunch table talk, talking about Deion Sanders. So I threw this in the script yesterday when me and Jay were just kind of chatting. And I did watch the first two episodes of Coach Prime, the docu series. Have you finished? Like, I think there's 4 episodes out now, right? Or five?
Yeah, I finished all four.
Okay.
Great stuff.
Are they coming out weekly? Or
I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a good question. I have to see, but yeah, I finished all four, and it was pretty good, man. I like how they set that up. It was real cool.
yeah, it has
What's it
been.
on ESPN Plus
No,
or
it's on Amazon Prime. Get it? Because
sick?
it's
On
Coach
Prime.
Prime.
That's sick. Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet. I heard it is really good though.
yeah.
No, it really is because
What's it about? Is it like
it's
a
about
career or
it's
is it
about
just
Coach
coaching?
Prime. It's about him coaching at Jackson State.
Oh, okay.
And in the fourth episode, like no spoilers, but spoilers here. Does it talk about Colorado at all? Or
Yes, it's mentioned. Yes, it's
okay.
mentioned.
Okay. I'm guessing that'll come up in like the later episodes. And I hope they kind of carry through the series like with him at Colorado because that journey is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which there's the Pac-12 schedule got released, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but Dion first games playing against TCU, first game,
Dude, that's
and the like Dion's
yeah.
schedule at Colorado is actually insane. Like he's
It's
gonna
hard.
play
Bro.
Oregon,
Yeah.
Oregon State, Colorado State. He's probably gonna win against Colorado State, honestly. But Arizona State, who's coming off a mediocre year, but they got great transfers. So I mean, the Pac-12 is awesome.
What do you think
this
his
year.
record's gonna be? I know he's gonna be in a bowl game. He's gonna be in a bowl game.
You think he's getting a bowl game?
I have a feeling he could be in a bowl game.
And they are getting a lot
It's-
of transfers.
It's gonna.
and
I don't
recruits.
want to say it's gonna be a New Year's Six bowl, but he
No,
will
not at
have.
all.
He will have a bowl game.
This is what I will
can
say for
confidently
that.
say that.
Dion's the best recruiter we've seen in a while for a young coach.
For sure.
And Dion's gonna come in there. He's got his transfers, everything like that. You got to build the chemistry.
Mhm.
You got to build the game-winning drives and everything like that. Because Jay, like with Jackson State, I mean, they didn't win every single game, and like you're playing in the SWAC conference, and like it's a great conference nonetheless. But you're gonna be going up against teams like Oregon, who had a
TCU, yeah.
Heisman candidate as their quarterback coming back. I mean, I think that Dion gets his peak or his max, his ceiling this upcoming season, 5 wins.
I think if there's a guy to build a good chemistry though, it will be Deion Sanders, 100%. So
Yeah.
I don't want to say that is a big problem. That is going to be a massive problem. But I think if there's one guy to build that type of chemistry, it is Deion Sanders.
Yeah, and I will say, Jay, like we talked about this a few podcasts ago, but I do see him being an SEC head coach in a few years.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like
Yeah.
that is definitely
for
going to
sure.
happen. And if anything, maybe like I think he might actually go back to FSU. That's just a personal opinion. I think that if
He
Mike
loves
Norvell like starts to go downhill,
He loves Florida too. Like he almost went to USF. I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
remember that. He almost went to USF.
yeah, he did.
So
But Colorado has way more history.
for sure.
But
sure. Better
so
history.
Jay, predictions for his first year at Colorado, the record.
That's gonna be tough. I give him about 6 wins. I mean, like you said, it's a tough schedule, and of course, the first game he plays against a team that was in national championship. So, however, they're gonna be missing some, guys are going to the NFL. So, but yeah, they're still TCU, and they're a good team. So, yeah, I think he's gonna have a good year. Of course, still trying to build and around those players and stuff. But what I like about Deion, man, is that not only does he care about winning or losing, but it's the bond that he builds with his players. He preaches all the time, like, I want to make these guys into great men, great husbands, great fathers, and that's the stuff that goes beyond the coaching, which is why I think needs to be put, more light needs to be shed on that. He really cares about his players, these kids. He cares about them. He wants to mold them into good young men. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the docu series shows it so like brilliantly. Like
Mhm.
it's so good. And there's a lot of people out there that think that Dion isn't a great coach. They think Dion is just cocky, everything like that. But at the end of the day, he has a right to be cocky. You know what I mean? He has every right to be cocky. One of the greatest cornerbacks to ever live. I mean, one of the greatest football players to ever live. And the fact that he like was able to just Jackson State was not a great football team.
Yeah.
He was able to flip it like this.
Mhm.
Like
Didn't
like
they go
snap his
undefeated?
fingers.
Did they go undefeated?
this season, but they lost in the
bowl game.
In the bowl game.
Yeah.
Or was it bowl game or
no, it was the bowl
or
game. The last year was their
conference?
championship, right?
Okay.
Or am I
But
mixed
still,
up?
I mean, coming from
Do you know this, Jay?
Did they lose?
They lost the
Uh,
bowl game this year. I know that.
Yeah, they lost in the bowl game, but the season was perfect.
Yeah.
The regular season was perfect.
Yeah.
and coming from a school that wasn't known. I didn't know about Jackson State. Did y'all?
I didn't.
Never heard.
I
of
heard it.
Jackson
I
State.
heard it them.
Okay, but like,
I watched a little
of,
bit more college football than you guys
Yeah,
do.
Yeah,
So.
a lot. Yeah, but a lot of people didn't. And then him coming to Jackson State, and not to mention what he did for HBCUs. Did I say that right?
HBCUs.
Shining light on him. I mean, dude, he's
I know it's turning around fully. I don't know if you've
did.
seen this, Jay, but Ed Reed coaching at Bethune-Cookman. You think he's trying to pull a kind of Deion here, or?
Well, I mean, I mean, I don't know about that, man. Possibly.
Yeah, he's Ed Reed's at Bethune-Cookman now, which is really cool for him. But we'll see what he does.
Yeah,
there.
that's real cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
it is. I just was thinking about him trying to be like Deion because like something happened with the water at Bethune-Cookman too. And Ed Reed was like making all these videos about it, just like Deion and stuff. And like it just got me thinking, like they're just on the same wavelength there. But one thing that I want to keep talking about too, Deion, like you said, Jay, like the bonds that he's forming with the players is admirable. Like you don't get to see like the behind the scenes like that as much with these head coaches.
Yeah.
And like you're able to see that in the documentary where, like you said, like just great men in general, which is so good. And I don't know if you saw this either, Jay, but like when the guy who dropped the game tying touchdown in the bowl game, you saw that in the locker room?
Saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
That's what made me want to like learn more about Deion.
Yeah.
Like that video right there. Because I knew he was a good coach, but I didn't know how great he was of like with his players. And I saw that video and I've been watching the document series and it's fantastic. You guys need to definitely watch it.
Yeah, I'll take a look into it, definitely.
But
But
so
also
yeah.
this Deion, like as you're saying, like a great like athlete. He played baseball and football at the same time.
Yeah,
That's crazy to me.
And he was successful in
yeah, he was
I
very
mean,
successful. in baseball.
did he get a World Series ring with the Braves or no?
I don't think he got.
I know
a
he
World
played
Series.
in the World Series, but
Yeah, he
did he get a
played.
He
ring?
played in the World Series. I don't think they won that year.
Okay,
But like he has good stats,
But
not
still-
like Hall of Fame stats.
I know, but still
but
playing football and baseball, two of the, I mean, you got football that's
arguably two of the hardest sports like to play.
really
in
like
America.
physical, and then you got baseball that's just downright hard to play.
Yeah. Like,
So I mean, it's
like he said the hardest thing to do is hit a baseball.
oh for sure.
going that fast.
Yeah, I mean, when you got a guy pumping 95 or even 80, I mean, dude, I can't even hit a ball that's going 30 miles per hour, dude. Like,
Did you
it's
play
hard.
baseball?
I did play baseball. Maybe back in my prime I could, but now I went. That's a story for another time. But
in your
it's just
prime, I get it.
in my prime, yeah.
But
But yeah,
any closing comments with Deion? It's a great guy.
Dion's
It's so great.
gonna be up there with. I don't want. And this is like a take that's gonna be. You got to put. This could be seasoned a little bit. But I could see Deion being one of the greatest college football coaches, like to coach.
Wow.
I don't want
that's
to
so
say
out
he's
there.
not gonna be greater than Nick Saban. I don't even put him over Kirby Smart right now. But I think in the future he could be up there with one of the greats.
I mean, if we're like throwing just hot takes out there,
Yeah.
a hot take I would have is I want to see how he does this season at Colorado
Yeah.
and the next, because you can't base it all
No,
off
for
one
sure.
year. I want to see how these next two seasons go, and then I could be like, Colorado will go to the playoffs. Like, especially with it being expanded,
Yeah.
it's very possible. In 2 years, he builds that roster at Colorado. One of the best recruiters we've seen in a while.
Mhm.
Go in there, builds that roster. You beat Oregon, you beat USC regular season. You finish out your season, you're basically going to be in the playoffs. You lose one or two games, now it's going to be 12 team playoff.
Yeah.
He could be in the playoffs, which would be
And his son
awesome.
is a dog. He can play.
Did he
Shador is awesome.
commit to Colorado?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Okay.
Both
No,
his
I
kids
didn't know
Yeah.
if he like did that.
And like
So-
in the document series, like he talks about how like he has always played with his dad, So like
Yeah.
it'd be weird if he like did it, honestly.
Imagine if he gets drafted into the NFL and then Deion's like, "Hey, I'm going to the NFL now." Like I know he said,
Yeah.
I know he said he wasn't going to go to the NFL, but just imagine.
Yeah, that'd be
Money
awesome.
talks. That's
Money
all I'll
does
say.
talk,
Money
yeah.
talks.
He talks. Yeah, that's right.
Deion even said that himself. Money talks. That's why I went to Colorado. But geez, man.